Hey everybody! So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the scariest moments for me personally in living with DID. Now, not everybody will have these same experiences. Understand that this is my personal experience, but from what I have heard talking to other systems, these experiences aren't uncommon. The first one is suddenly finding myself in a place and not knowing how I got there, or how to get back, or what day it was, or really having any idea what was going on. This is incredibly terrifying because you don't know if you're safe, you don't know if the people around you are safe, you're completely at a loss. And I handled this by just covering and pretending I knew what was going on, because DID is a hidden disorder, and no way was I going to let anybody know that I wasn't aware of what was happening. But it was very, very scary. Another one is finding yourself talking to someone and they swear up and down that they know you, but you have no idea who this person is. This is scary because you realize that there are a lot of people out there who know your body's face, but you don't know them. You have no idea what relationship you supposedly have with these people, and you have no idea what your systemates have been doing when they're hanging out with these people. This is very disconcerting because you don't really know how to handle this situation when you run into it. You're not really sure how to address this person, so you end up faking it until you make it. At least that's what I always ended up doing. Is I would pretend that I had some idea who the heck this person was, and I would pay attention to what they were saying to try to get context clues about who they were supposed to be to us. And that was really the only way that I managed to survive these types of situations. Because otherwise, I would have had no idea what to do. And when I say survive, I mean get through them mentally somewhat okay. Now, another one is going into, say, a grocery store and coming out and having absolutely no idea where the car is. Now, a lot of people lose their car. You know, this seems to happen a lot. But it's a very different experience when not only do you not remember where the car is, but you don't actually remember getting to the store. And since I personally don't drive, that means I have no idea who I came with or where they are. This becomes especially terrifying when you're younger and you realize that you don't know if you're with your family or with somebody else, and you don't know who to call. It's not a fun experience. Another experience that is definitely terrifying, and in fact, even as an adult, having been out of school for many years, I still have nightmares about this. Going to school, whether that's college or high school, most especially it happened a lot in high school and middle school, but going to school and not remembering how to find any of your classes, or remembering what your locker combination is. Being completely and totally lost. And I can't tell you the number of times in high school and middle school I had to go up to the front office and get a printout of my schedule because I legitimately could not remember where any of my classes were, or what my locker combination was. I was so confused and out of it that I had no idea what was going on. It was terrifying, and like I said, even as an adult, I still have nightmares about it because it was honestly an incredibly traumatic experience for me to be completely and totally lost. I have no idea what I was supposed to be doing, especially because school is very important to me. It's something that it was a safe place for me. So to suddenly have that safe place be confusing and foreign was very scary. Another situation that is honestly not at all fun is when you suddenly lose skills. Like, for instance, there are times when I will find myself unable to read, or spell, or remember which direction letters go, or remember how to tie my shoes, or how to do basic life tasks. This usually happens because a younger system member is confronting with me unintentionally, or there's been some sort of bleed through happening, and the dissociation is just causing our abilities to get all mixed up. And it's not fun, because I'm suddenly sitting there going, I am a grown adult man, and I suddenly don't know how to tie my shoes. Or how to read. It's not at all an okay experience. It's honestly very disheartening. It doesn't happen as often anymore, thankfully, but it is certainly a scary experience when it does happen, because there's always that fear of, what if I'm out in public and I suddenly lose an important skill and I'm stranded? Like, I forget how to make a phone call, or I forget my phone number, or I forget the phone number of somebody that I need to be able to get a hold of, or how to work the phone. It's not a fun experience. It's very, very scary to realize that at any point in time, you could suddenly just forget how to do something. Thankfully, it never seems to be permanent, but it definitely is terrifying when it does happen. And finally, a very scary experience is when you realize that you have absolutely no idea what's going on. You realize that it's been months or weeks or even years since the last time you were aware. This happened a lot when we were younger, and it is one of the most terrifying moments I have ever experienced, to realize that when I think it is not when it is. To realize that there are these gigantic blank spots that I have no memory of at all. It is honestly gut-wrenchingly terrifying to suddenly realize that your memory of things is completely inaccurate. That you don't actually know what's going on. And I'm sure others with DID or OSDD who have amnesia can relate to this. But for those of you out there who do not, please understand that living with DID is not fun. It's not a glamorous thing. Yes, when you gain more communication and you have a good relationship with your system mates, it can certainly be a functional way to live, but it's oftentimes very scary, especially when those amnesiac barriers are hardcore in place and you're missing a lot of time. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Have a good day, everybody.